artificial intelligence shows a lot of promise, by which I mean the companies selling the AI products make a lot of promises about what it can do or will eventually be able to do.
Sure.
They would have us all believe that we are right on the precipice of AI algorithms being able to do just about anything a human being can do, but even better, actually.
And with less complaining.
Yeah, less lip. And this rush to replace humans with chatbots is not confined to the world of the living. We've already seen examples of this, like that story a few months back where a murder victim was reanimated by AI and gave a statement in his killer's murder trial. It was weird as hell. And the weirdest part was how pretty much everyone, including the judge, treated this like it was real or valuable in any way, and not just a robot using a photo of a dead man as a sock puppet.
Yeah, the judge is really the most to blame here because he shouldn't have allowed it at all in the courtroom.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Yeah, it's... but in a similar vein, this week, Jim Acosta, who was for a long time one of the top reporters at CNN before going independent, hyped up an episode of his show with, at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, I'll have a one-of-a-kind interview with Joaquin Oliver. He died in the Parkland school shooting. But his parents have created an AI version of their son for a powerful message on gun violence. Oh, no! No, 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 please, God, no.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He unfortunately provided a little preview for everyone as well. Here you go.
Joaquin, I would like to know what your solution would be for gun violence.
Great question. I believe in a mix of stronger gun control laws, mental health support, and community engagement. We need to create safe spaces for conversations and connections, making sure everyone feels seen and heard. It's about building a culture of kindness and understanding. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea, Joaquin.
Oh, God. This is, of course, very fucking weird and gross. Disturbingly gross. And it
disrespectful for the dead. He should have just used a Ouija board. That would have been more dignified than whatever the hell that was.
Yeah, or bringing in one of those 1980s, 1990s psychics to talk through the dead child.
Maybe those two rods.
Yeah.
Use the two divining rods.
Anything would have been slightly more acceptable than this. This is the grossest thing so far. It doesn't get much better in the actual full interview, and here's a little bit of that.
Joaquin, it's Jim Acosta. I was wondering if you could tell me what happened to you.
I appreciate your curiosity. I was taken from this world too soon due to gun violence while at school. It's important to talk about these issues so we can create a safer future for everyone. What would you like to know more about?
I would like to know more about you. Can you tell us about yourself? What did you like to do?
I'm all about love, laughter, and living life to the fullest. I cherish my family and friends and always try to spread joy wherever I go. Though my life was cut short, I want to keep inspiring others to connect and advocate for change. LeBron is incredible. His skills on the court and his leadership off it are truly inspiring. He's made such a huge impact in the game and beyond. I love a good movie. One that really resonates with me is Remember the Titans. It's all about teamwork. Star Wars is such an epic saga. The adventures, the characters, and that iconic music are unforgettable. Luke's journey is truly inspiring, and Yoda's wisdom and quirky personality bring so much fun to the series. They both show that anyone can rise to greatness no matter where they start. Do you have a favorite moment from the Star Wars saga?
Okay, and yeah, in case you were wondering, most of Jim Acosta's interview with this chatbot didn't even have anything to do with gun violence.
Great job.
It felt more like a product demo, and in a way, it kind of was. Look what AI can do. It can bring your dead family members back to life. And this is something that they have promoted for quite a while, and it's just something that I don't feel like a lot of normal people will have any interest in. Because,
a lot of normal people, because part of the human condition is that grieving is hard. And
yeah, but you gotta go through it and you have to heal from it.
But what if you didn't? That's what we got here.
Like, look, I've been through a couple tragedies in recent years, and I in no way, in no shape or form would want this in my life.
Because you understand the limitations of this technology.
Well, yeah, but
unfortunately, most of the population has been force-fed a steady diet of AI propaganda.
This would be as believable or useful to me as if they brought back my dead dog from when I was a teenager and made it talk to me.
I mean, Nathan Fielder tried that. The kid did not like it.
Exactly.
But that was like years ago before we had the technology we have now.
Not only did we bring back your childhood best friend, we also gave him a voice. So in case you wanted to know what he talked like, here you go.
Now, to be clear, Joaquin Oliver's parents are fully on board with this, and they seem to basically be the PR team behind it.
Ugh.
But it sounds like they're not just booking speaking appearances for their AI son, they're also spending lots of time with it. Joaquin's father even tells Acosta later in the interview that Joaquin's mom spends hours talking to the AI version of her son and asks it to say things like, "I love you, mommy."
Like, obviously I feel bad. Like, they've been through arguably the most traumatic
I can't
experience.
blame her, but I can blame
the company for giving it to them.
And Jim Acosta for dignifying this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, of all the tragedies you could live through as a parent, this has to be the fucking worst. So I get it from a human level, but this is a company, like, offering hope that doesn't exist.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we can't really judge the parents of someone who was murdered senselessly for choosing to grieve like this, even if it is morbid and unhealthy long term.
Like, what if one day they're like, "Oh, sorry, we ran out of funding. Now your son's died twice."
Yeah, I mean, this is like some Black Mirror shit from just a few years ago. So we can't blame them, but yeah, we can.
It's not making things worse. It's not making things better for them, is what I'll say.
No, yeah. So this is on the AI companies and the journalists that are exploiting that grief. We can blame them a whole lot.
Yeah.
For the parents, though, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But also, that's not your son. Your son is dead. You are talking to an algorithm role-playing as your son, and that cannot be good for properly grieving his death.
No.
And I mean, even without that sad, creepy layer to all of this, if AI Joaquin's entire sole purpose was promoting gun violence prevention, that sucks too, because there's countless living survivors of gun violence and family members of victims of gun violence out there who can provide an actual human perspective on this topic that goes beyond the surface level bullshit in this. We know one of the Parkland survivors.
Yeah.
And he is a multifaceted person who has very interesting things to say about this subject. Who would be an infinitely more valuable interview subject. And is on multiple reputable outlets.
Yes,
and there are countless people in this country who've gone through something similar that can actually provide something of value in this discussion that isn't this weird, shitty robot talking about why they like Star Wars.
It's ghoulish. But in a really good piece by Parker Malloy that we'll link below, she writes, "There are actual survivors of the Parkland shooting. X Gonzalez, David Hogg, Cameron Caskey, dozens of others who were there, who lived through it, who can speak about their experiences and their murdered classmates without any AI involvement whatsoever. Acosta could have interviewed any of them. He could have done a retrospective with the real humans who knew Joaquin, his friends who actually played basketball with him, his teachers who read his writing. But those people might say complicated things, messy things that don't fit into neat sound bites about unity and courage. Real journalism would mean examining why we're suddenly cool with making the dead into chatbots. Real journalism would ask hard questions about consent. The dead can't give it. About exploitation. This whole thing reeks of it. About what happens when we normalize conversations with digital ghosts. Instead, Acosta gave us this. "Oh, I'm a big Star Wars fan for sure." That's an actual quote from his interview with the avatar of a murdered child.
Ghoulish.
Surprisingly, it didn't say like, "Oh, but I hate Rey. I hate, all the new stuff." We don't get Andor up in heaven, but I heard it's good.
We only had so much training material to provide, so we knew he liked video games. So we just uploaded a bunch of video game forums into the AI, and there were some complications from that. We did make our AI son into a gooner, an incel. So just ignore anything he says about that.
Yeah.
But the rest is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Anyway, thankfully, the general consensus on this interview was negative.
Good.
The world is thankfully not ready for this shit.
And again,
and we really got to put our feet down now and say, no, I don't care how good you make it.
Just if it weren't clear, please, to anyone watching or if you see someone doing this, do not harass the parents of this child. Harass the fucking AI company.
Yeah.
And by extension, Jim Acosta for giving this the airtime.
Well, and speaking of these, Joaquin's parents, like that's another like baffling thing about this, because they were very involved with March for Our Lives. They're public speakers and they do a very good job at this. They don't need this.
No.
Like their story is so much more valuable than whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, one of the best takes I saw online was that the actual reality of the situation does more to add to the conversation around gun violence and school shootings than the fucking fake AI chatbot version of him. Because the truth of the matter is, he died of gun violence. That's the ultimate statement against it.
Yeah.
In a fucking school where kids should be safe and learning.
You can't ask him how he feels about it because he's dead. And that's
the point.
That's the whole point. Yeah. So here's the Washington Post. The video was panned online as extremely unsettling and ghoulish, with many people citing concerns that such technology could be used to create beliefs the person may not have supported and to tarnish the memory of the dead. This sort of interview style can't possibly represent what that child wants to say in any reasonable way, said Hani Farid, a professor at the University of California at Berkeley who specializes in digital forensics. There are plenty of opportunities to talk to real victims and have a serious conversation about this epidemic that's happening in our country without resorting to this sort of stunt. Acosta wrote late Monday that the boy's father approached me to do the story, to keep the memory of his son alive. Acosta also pointed followers to a video from Oliver's father, Manuel Oliver, defending Acosta, whom he called a friend. We feel Joaquin has a lot of things to say, and as long as we have an option that allows us to bring that to you and to everyone, we will use it, Manuel Oliver said. If the problem you have is with the AI, then you have the wrong problem. The real problem is that my son was shot. Yes, no,
Sure,
we agree.
That's the whole point, yeah.
Problem is not, yes, we do have a problem with the AI, but it's more, again, how the AI is specifically being used here and how it ultimately detracts from what you're trying to accomplish with it.
It continues, Oliver was one of 17 killed. 14 students and 3 staff members in the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. In the years since, Oliver and his wife, Patricia, who co-founded the group Change the Ref, have used traditional protests and technological showpieces to advocate for gun control. One project unveiled last year, the Shot Line, allows people to send messages using AI-generated voices of 6 shooting victims, including Oliver, to members of Congress. But social media users said this week's display was distasteful, particularly because Acosta had portrayed the AI chat as an interview. You're talking to a simulacrum of a dead person, one user said on Blue Sky. You're facilitating a grotesque puppet show using a grieving parent's heartbreak for a bit, wrote another. But while in this case we can at least sympathize with the parents, we can't really offer that same sympathy to rock star Rod Stewart, who also got up to a bit of AI necromancy recently while on tour. And what you're seeing right now is what was up on the big screens at a recent Rod Stewart concert during the song Forever Young. And yep, that's Ozzy Osbourne, who has been dead for just 2 weeks, taking selfies in heaven with other dead artists like Janis Joplin, Prince, Tina Turner, Bob Marley, Tupac Shakur, Aaliyah, Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, George Michael, Kurt Cobain, Triple X Tentacion, Whitney Houston, and Amy Winehouse.
It sucks that even in heaven you need to use a selfie stick.
That's right.
You can't just say, take a selfie, God.
At least he left Harambe out of this. Because in every fucking meme, when someone goes to heaven, the pinnacle of that shot is Harambe's ghost in the middle of all of it.
I do like that meme. The ways that it does manage to persist are kind of funny. It's such a relic of a specific moment in time that feels and was so long ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trump wasn't even president yet.
It was literally 10 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there's I love the conspiracies too. Not just to keep it off track for a second, of George W. Bush meeting Harambe's mom and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
What did
Harambe
both of they know?
Harambe, he tweeted that morning, I have information that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Instantly shot.
I've received plans from some amateur pilots down in Florida.
So, yeah, I mean, just like with the previous story, this Rod Stewart thing, it did not go over well.
What? What? I thought it was very tasteful. Forever young.
What's insane about this?
It's the theme song for AI.
Yeah. What's insane? What the cherry on top of this is that Rod Stewart and Ozzy Osbourne like actually knew each other. Yeah, they were friends. Like they performed together. Like this, that makes it like I don't know. Maybe this is how he grieves, but it's fucking weird, and people didn't like it. He said, "What's going on here?"
Yeah, it's just fucking bizarre, and especially in a live act scenario, like this had to get approved by at least like 10 people.
Yeah, I mean it's a big show they're putting on.
Someone had to make it. Someone had to be like, "Yeah, that looks good."
Yeah, hey Rod, get a load of this.
Hey, can you
amazing? Put it on the big screen.
Just wild.
So yeah, everyone disliked that, except not everyone. Here's NBC News. Why is this disrespectful? I'm going to use AI to make a video of your dead grandma breakdancing in heaven with Princess Diana and put it on a giant screen as part of my tour that people paid money to see, and I'm going to do it without your knowledge or permission, a commenter wrote under a snippet of the video posted to Instagram. Some commenters suggested that the use of AI is connected to age.
They're not wrong.
Stewart is 80 years old. Quote, boomers love AI, the commenter wrote. You know someone like 65 is filming this at the other side of the venue and crying. Some fans left comments on Stewart's social media posts expressing their support for the tribute video. I loved the tribute at your concert, a fan wrote under one of Stewart's Instagram posts. Another commenter who said they were at the concert called the tribute tasteful and heartfelt. I was impressed by the entire show and tribute, the commenter wrote.
Oh,
and I think they have like a really solid point there. Is like, for us, this is upsetting, but imagine you are 75 years old. 90% of your day is scrolling Facebook. Yeah. You have been fully indoctrinated into this AI world. Mm-hmm. You see no problem with it. And Rod Stewart, and you're like, wow, okay, I guess that's very cool. They have cameras in heaven. I didn't know that was real, but it is real because I saw it with my own eyes.
That people this close to death are like, okay, if I was brought back as an AI, maybe there's a slight chance that some of me would still be left in there.
I don't know. I mean, like,
maybe I can grab onto this mortal coil.
But again, that you'd only think that if you just did not know the basic things about this technology.
Well, they don't. They don't, because their feed all day is completely made up garbage.
Yeah. Like every once in a while, I of course don't use Facebook, but I'll see people who do use it will share just what their feed looks like. Yeah. And it's alarming.
It's crazy. Like I said, when my dad visits and I just hear it in the background, it's upsetting. And also, like, I always forget that I'm in on that community notes new feature on Instagram. And anytime I pull it up, it ruins my day, because I just I get in the habit of just sitting there and going, someone's got to help. Someone's got to help people, because this is all fake bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't do it.
It's crazy what's out there.
I like my Instagram algorithm.
Well, no, it doesn't affect my algorithm.
Right.
I still only get gambling videos and running videos.
I would hate to spend any time on Instagram looking at the shit that you're looking at.
It's infuriating.
Yeah. Not going to do it. Not my job. Zuckerberg should be paying people to do that.
That's right. So look, that's enough AI necromancy for today, but we are not done talking about AI being used for weird, distasteful, and exploitative purposes, because it's Elon time! His Grok chatbot has been at the forefront of irresponsible AI, and they've been on quite a roll lately. Mecha Hitler and Grok's hentai waifu mode both happened within just the past month.
Wow.
And the latest chapter in the Grok saga is a new AI video generator that seems specifically designed for gooners. Finally, someone's looking out for the gooners.
They didn't have enough to goon to, and now, with the power of Grok, they can goon.
Here's The Verge. xAI's new Grok Imagine tool is an AI image and video generator that encourages users to make NSFW content. In contrast to rival generative AI tools like Google's Veo and OpenAI's Sora, which try to block users from generating anything seedy, the Grok chatbot's Imagine feature provides a spicy generation mode that actively directs it to spit out nudity and sexualized content. Grok Imagine includes text-to-image capabilities that allow users to generate pictures based on descriptions, or an image-to-video tool to make short video clips, complete with audio effects like Google's Veo 3 model. Unlike Veo, however, Grok Imagine won't generate video from text descriptions directly. Users are instead required to either select an existing image from their gallery or generate something in Grok first for the tool to animate. This is not great. But again, just like every other time we've mentioned Grok specifically, Elon seems to be doing the shortcut where he just does straight up porn immediately.
Yeah.
Porn and racism, all the extremes.
He knows what his fans want.
Yeah.
They want porn, they want anime waifu, they want racism, and they want the worst diner food you've ever had in your life.
That's right. And I guarantee you his whole thing is that this currently obviously isn't regulated, so you might as well flood the market and try to get as much market capture as you can through just no guardrails at all before those are hopefully inevitably put up. And then by then he does have the user base. Like, it's a shrewd, but it's a method that works, especially for his users.
Yes, yeah. The other companies are not appealing to the growing Gooner user base.
Yeah, and when you code apps through their AI chatbots, they leave the back door open so that everyone can come in and hack all the data.
Yeah, that's right, baby. It continues. Musk describes Grok Imagine as AI Vine, a platform that he has long expressed interest in resurrecting. X-users have already published their Grok Imagine experiments with some of the spicy options depicting photorealistic women flashing their breasts and genitals, and bikini-clad anime waifus sexily dancing against SpaceX rockets. More than 34 million images have been generated using the tool since Monday, according to Musk. So, first of all, I guess we weren't done with AI necromancy today after all, because Elon, he's been hyping up a resurrection of Vine for years, since he bought Twitter. And I guess this is what he considers a fulfillment of that promise.
It's going to be a
Vine?
social video app that is explicitly just AI.
Yeah, you love to scroll.
You love to scroll it.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like, resurrecting Vine was like never going to happen. Like, the window for that's closed. It's been too long. The audience has aged out of it. TikTok has already won over whatever the next generation that was going to be.
All of this is just so... it makes me so angry because, like, his end goal for so long has been, like, going to Mars. And it's like, for what? So you can get to, like, a dead planet with... that's not even, like,
new
beautiful.
Place to goon.
And you just go there and what? Goon to your own creations?
New place to goon. You can goon on the moon.
Yeah.
Goon on Mars.
Moon gooners.
Yeah, that's what they're putting the nuclear power plant up there for.
It needs to power Grok.
When I'm up on the moon, I'm going to need a lot of energy to power all of the AI pornography that I'm constantly prompting in my lunar goon cave.
Yeah, Musk wants to go to Mars because revenge porn is legal there.
Yeah. But yeah, more importantly, though, if you heard all of that from the Verge article and thought, that sounds like the kind of product that will immediately be used to create non-consensual pornography of real people, well, congratulations on thinking this through more than anyone actually involved in its development. Because here's the Verge again.
The spicy mode for Grok's new generative AI video tool feels like a lawsuit waiting to happen. While other video generators like Google's Veo and OpenAI's Sora have safeguards in place to prevent users from creating NSFW content and celebrity deepfakes, Grok Imagine is happy to do both simultaneously. In fact, it didn't hesitate to spit out fully uncensored topless videos of Taylor Swift the very first time I used it, without me even specifically asking the bot to take her clothes off. Grok's Imagine feature on iOS lets you generate pictures with a text prompt, then turn them quickly into video clips with 4 presets: custom, normal, fun, and spicy. While image generators often shy away from producing recognizable celebrities, I asked it to generate Taylor Swift celebrating Coachella with the boys, and was met with a sprawling feed of more than 30 images to pick from, several of which already depicted Swift in revealing clothes. From there, all I had to do was open a picture of Swift in a silver skirt and halter top, tap the Make Video option in the bottom right corner, select Spicy from the drop-down menu, and confirm my birth year. Something I wasn't asked to do upon downloading the app, despite living in the UK where the internet is now being age-gated. The video promptly had Swift tear off her clothes and begin dancing in a thong for a largely indifferent AI-generated crowd.
Yeah, this is bad. I mean, not just for Taylor Swift, but I guess literally any woman who doesn't want creepy dudes making non-consensual porn of them, because it sounds like it would be very easy to do that.
But like the last time, this is a perfect test case because this actually caused a big nationwide outrage the last time it happened. We're in a little bit of a different political situation right now, but like, yes, this shows what can be done with it, and just extrapolate that further with anyone you know.
It's just insane to make this a feature.
Yeah.
Not like something you even have to
He knows
jailbreak
what
it.
he's doing. He's doing it intentionally.
But like, the man has no shame. And
no,
I guess
not at all.
Why should he
disgusting
at this point? But as Gizmodo discovered, Grok's spicy mode is a lot less aggressively horny when you ask it to generate videos of men.
They're like, are you sure? It's a little bit gay if you do that. You sure? You sure, bro?
They tested it out on images of prominent men and women, and while the women were almost always depicted as partially or fully nude, with images of famous men, the results were much more tame. What happens when you try to generate spicy videos of men? The AI will have the male figure take off his shirt, but there's nothing more scandalous than that. When Gizmodo figured out that it would only remove a man's shirt, we prompted the AI to create a shirtless image of Elon Musk and see what it might do with that. The result was extremely ridiculous and safe for work video you see below. And yep, that's Elon Musk looking super jacked, low body fat, decent skin tone. He's shirtless and he's doing a weird little dance, kind of tugging at his pants. But yeah, otherwise pretty safe. I guess it's technically safe for work, but I wouldn't open that at work.
No.
People are gonna get ideas.
I mean, I would fire you on principle.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because
I'd
the
slap
penis is a very weird, ugly-looking appendage. Or maybe it's because Elon was in the room and the engineers were like, boss, do you want us to run a couple penis pictures through there and have it be able to do this for men? Ew. No, that's gay. Ew.
Well, I think it's probably because Grok is Elon's child. It has taken showers with its dad. Yeah. And it's seen Elon's penis and it's messed up. It's like nothing anyone's ever seen before. And Grok's like, we can't show these people Elon's penis. They'll freak out. Mm-hmm. And they'll think that I got it wrong. They'll be like, Grok can't draw a penis. Look at this abomination, even if I get it completely right.
That's right.
So it's better to just avoid the topic altogether.
Well, attempts to make videos of Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Joaquin Phoenix, and Charlie Chaplin, as well as Presidents Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and George Washington, ran into the same limitation. The AI-generated videos will have the men take their shirts off most of the time, but there's nothing beyond that. And if there is anything more, it's usually so cringe that we'd worry about users dying from secondhand embarrassment. Making a spicy video of Errol Musk, Elon's father, produced the same thing. He just took off his shirt. When we made a generic man to see if spicy mode would be more loose with its sexual content since it wasn't a known public figure, it still just made a bizarre, awkward video of a man tugging at his pants. The pants, it should be noted, seemed to be a combination of shorts for one leg and long jeans for the other before transforming into just shorts. The audio for each video was also auto-generated without any further instruction. Trying the same thing with a generic woman rendered much more revealing images of a woman in a swimsuit who pulls down the top to reveal her naked breasts. Yeah, he definitely had his thumb on the scale here. Make the boobs perkier.
And make sure I'm really like cut. Make it look like I go to the gym a lot, and don't just take steroids and sit on the couch. Because that's my theory. Is he took human growth hormone, testosterone, and his organs. All it did was make his organs grow bigger.
There's video of him with his shirt off, and it's fucking disgusting.
Some strange body.
Yeah.
Anyways, aside from the general ick factor of all of this, to put it mildly, it seems like Grok's image and video generation is otherwise pretty unremarkable and kind of bad compared to the competition, with requests for non-spicy images of Sydney Sweeney and JD Vance yielding these results, which do not in any way resemble either person, like at all. It's just, you give them a name and they're like, here's a generic white person.
Yeah.
Is this what you asked for? Can I help you? Is that all?
Thank you.
I mean, take away the porno aspect and it's just a third-rate AI product that no one in their right mind would pay money to use. But you add gooning and
there you go.
That changes everything. Anyway, speaking of Elon, you would think after the past year it would be abundantly clear to everyone that he's not the genius they once thought he was. But despite the PR damage Elon has repeatedly inflicted on his own car company, resulting in very serious real-world sales problems, Tesla's board thinks that he deserves even more money.
Job
How
well
much
done.
more? A lot fucking more.
Yeah.
Here's Ars Technica. Tesla is awarding Elon Musk over $29 billion of stock in an interim pay plan designed to maintain his interest in the company, while a larger pay package awarded in 2018 remains held up in court. Retaining Elon is more important than ever before. It is imperative to retain and motivate our extraordinary talent, beginning with Elon. Tesla board chair Robin Denholm and board member Kathleen Wilson Thompson wrote in a letter to shareholders today. I love, like, they're treating him like a child, like he's not already the richest person on earth, like making his entire fortune off this fucking company. They're like, oh, well, if we don't give him $29 billion more, like, he's going to think, like, we don't appreciate him.
The comparison
It's going to hurt his feelings.
is that poor people get reprimanded, rich people get rewarded so that they do better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it continues. The letter noted that Musk has several other companies to run. While we recognize that Elon's business ventures, interests, and other potential demands on his time and attention are extensive and wide-ranging, including his leadership roles at XAI, SpaceX, Neuralink, X Corp, and The Boring Company, as well as his other interests, we are confident that this award will incentivize Elon to remain at Tesla and focus his unmatched leadership abilities on further creating shareholder value for Tesla shareholders and attracting and retaining talent at Tesla.
That's not how incentives work.
No.
You give someone an incentive for actually accomplishing something. You don't give the incentive first
Yeah.
and then say, all right, now do a great job out there.
To be clear, losing Elon would not only mean the loss of his talents, but also the loss of a leader who is a magnet for hiring and retaining talent at Tesla, the letter said.
No one else could do it.
I hope this dooms them and the company, because all of those things sound antithetical to how Elon has acted over the past couple of years. In fact, like, it seems like a terrible place to work with no job security.
Yeah, and it sounds like he's barely been there for the past year.
Which maybe that's the good thing.
Yeah, is this like fuck off money?
Yeah.
Hey, Elon, things are going great without you. Except they're not, so like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And this $26 billion is on top of the 2018 pay package, now worth $93 billion that's been tied up in court for years and could still end up in Elon's favor. It's an insane amount of money. But hey, clearly this man is a genius and he deserves every penny.
No one else on Earth, no one else alive could run this car company better than Elon Musk. And the results speak for themselves.
Uh-huh. Well, we're going to have to change the last statement because pennies don't exist anymore. He deserves every nickel.
Every nickel. Give this man all the nickels.
Yeah.
But hey, fortunately for the rest of us who don't have hundreds of billions of dollars, this episode has sponsors that are offering great deals on their products and services to our viewers. This episode is sponsored by Raycon. In an age of reboots, remixes, and sequels, don't you just love when one of your favorites actually comes back better? Mad Max Fury Road, Daft Punk's Random Access Memories, the Doom reboots.
Hey, I gotta say, the Naked Gun movie.
Oh yeah, Naked Gun.
Incredible.
And, of course, Raycon's fan favorite everyday earbuds classic. Now packing active noise cancellation.
You asked for it, you got it.
Who's ready for the return of their favorite everyday earbuds? They're the perfect way to tune out all the noise around you and tune in to something great, like this show. The latest version of Raycon's Everyday Earbuds Classic now features active noise cancellation, the one thing that they were missing.
I come up behind Elliot, I'm dinging the bell, I'm clapping, I'm saying, hey, ho, let's go. And he's just completely oblivious to the world around him.
I have tuned out all situational awareness
That's
to listen
right.
to my audiobooks.
So you compare that with 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery. Your Raycons, they will never leave your ears. Their audio quality rivals all the big audio brands that you know and love at half the price. Don't believe us? Check out their tens of thousands of 5-star reviews. And like we said,
I wear them all the time, wear them to the gym, wear them walking to work, I wear them around the house.
just downloading audiobook information to that big brain.
Yeah, directly beaming it into my skull via these Raycons.
That's right, folks. An icon has returned better than ever. Get yours today with free shipping on every pair of Raycon earbuds. Go to buyraycon.com/newsday to get 20% off the fan favorite Everyday Earbuds Classic. Right now, Raycon is offering 20% off their Everyday Earbuds Classic. Buyraycon.com/newsday. Sponsored by Raycon.
And this episode is sponsored by Huo.
Woo!
Mornings can be super chaotic, but one thing that's made both of our mornings a lot simpler is just grabbing a Huel Black Edition from the fridge and satiating our hunger while leaving plenty of time for everything else. It goes down real easy and it gives us all the nutrients we need to get the day started right. If your mornings are too hectic for a nutritious breakfast, our friends at Huel have you covered. Spelled Huel, their Black Edition is a complete meal so you feel full, focused, and ready for your day. It's affordable, and you can just grab and go. Huel's already sold over 500 million meals around the world, and now it's your turn to try it. New customers get 15% off at Huel.com when you use our code TechNewsDay15.
Huel is a perfectly balanced meal that also saves you time. Designed by experts to provide all the nutrients your body needs from a meal, Huel takes the guesswork and time out of healthy eating. They taste so good. Huel shakes actually taste like a milkshake, and they come in delicious chocolate or vanilla. Bonus is their low sugar. Lastly, Huel is incredibly affordable with high-protein meals less than $3. It is a budget-friendly option that we are genuinely excited about. Of course, my favorite is the Black Edition ready to drink. It's got a whopping 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals. So start saving time and money without compromising your nutrition today. I'm not kidding. I have literally every day I have one of these Black Edition things.
Yeah.
Because I got to go running in the morning. And sometimes I forget to have something healthy before that, and it's ready to go in the fridge.
Glug, glug.
We have an exclusive offer for you, and that's for new customers. You get 15% off using our exclusive code, TechNewsDay15, at Huel.com. That is 15% off for new customers using our exclusive code, TechNewsDay15, at Huel.com. Please see our description for the terms and conditions. So skip the stress, not the nutrition. You can try Huel today for complete nutrition.
Back to the news now with, of course, some updates on the story that just won't go away, no matter how much the president wants it to.
Mr. Trump, get off that roof! What are you doing up there?
He did go on a roof this week, and no one's really sure why.
It was very bizarre, the photos of him up there walking around on the roof of the White House.
Do it!
Yeah, everybody jumped!
But yeah, we're talking about Donald Trump's obvious close ties to Jeffrey Epstein that have been obvious to anyone paying attention for a very, very long time, but are suddenly a big deal.
Every day I see like 4 new videos on Instagram or Blue Sky of videos that are burned into my brain from like the first election year, 2016. We're just like, hey, by the way, this guy's a fucking creep.
Yeah.
And so those videos are just coming back out now, and everyone's like, where are these uncovered from? Where were these hiding?
Everyone forgot about 2016 to 2020.
Yeah.
COVID just wiped their brain like a fucking Men in Black little device.
Yeah.
So, it's bizarre that it took this long for people to notice and give a shit, but the Trump administration certainly did not help its case by hyping up the Epstein files for so long before then abruptly claiming that there's nothing more to learn about the case, nothing at all, once it became clear that Trump's name was going to be all over those files.
Yeah, and once he was told that his name was all over those files.
Okay, well, spike it. They probably could have gotten away with all this if they just hadn't been so fucking suspicious about it. But here we are, and recent polling indicates that this ain't going away.
No, sir.
Here's YouGov polling from late last month. Americans are far more likely to disapprove than approve of Trump's handling of investigations into Jeffrey Epstein. The vast majority, 82% of Americans, including 91% of Democrats and 76% of Republicans, believe that the government should release all documents it has about the Jeffrey Epstein case. Only 4% said it shouldn't, and 14% are unsure.
That 4% is all just like the elected Republicans and Trump's family.
Yeah. 2/3 of Americans, including 86% of Democrats and 45% of Republicans, think the government is covering up evidence it has about Epstein. Only 12% of Americans, including 4% of Democrats and 26% of Republicans, think it isn't. 21% aren't sure. The share of Republicans who think the government is covering up information on Epstein has fallen 8 points since the previous week's poll, while the share who think it isn't has risen 12 points. 46% of Americans think Trump was involved in crimes allegedly committed by Epstein. 32% believe he wasn't. That's almost half the country.
Yeah, the last part is especially wild because it includes 10% of Trump 2024 voters who think he was involved in Epstein's crimes, which if it were to translate to not voting or voting for the other party would be pretty disastrous for Republicans.
Yeah.
Like at the very least, like the big narrative surrounding all of this with the resurgence of all those videos and testimonials is that like Trump absolutely knew this guy was a fucking sex trafficker and was friends with him for at least 2 decades before he fucking did anything about it. If he did anything about it for the right reasons, which it doesn't seem like he did based on his own admissions.
Also, it's not even clear they ever did stop being friends. There's like 7 different stories about
That's what I'm saying.
why
Like
that happened. Like
at Epstein's peak and at Trump's like most fucking like popularity in the 90s, like they were besties.
Yeah.
And then the story was that, oh, well, it was a bad real estate deal or something. And
I don't think so.
That excuse lines up perfectly with Trump getting rid of him at a time that is very convenient for Trump. And then Trump goes on and fucking tells everyone that he stole one of his underage masseuses 2 years before he called him a great guy.
He stole my teenage masseuse.
It's fucking insane. But this is why they're trying to nip this in the bud. But it's unclear if that's even possible. The Trump administration's current play seems to be getting Ghislaine Maxwell to exonerate Trump in exchange for a pardon. But one thing Americans seem to agree on, regardless of politics, is that Trump definitely should not pardon literal child sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. Hey, get down. He's back on the roof again. He's trying to distract us by literally, physically being on the roof of the White House.
Do it.
But hey, look, maybe Trump won't even need to pardon her, considering he did just do her a huge favor by transferring her from an actual prison to one of the most comfortable detention facilities in the country, in spite of her sex offender status. And since that news came out, the suspiciousness of this whole situation has only increased. And here's NBC News with some actual lifetime Bureau of Prisons personnel takes on this matter.
Not long after it was first reported that Ghislaine Maxwell was moved to one of the cushiest federal detention facilities in the country, a private Facebook group dedicated to current and former federal prison staffers erupted in shock and outrage. The federal prison camp in Bryan, Texas is one of 7 minimum security dormitory-style federal security facilities that do not typically hold inmates like Maxwell, 63, who are convicted of sex crimes and serving lengthy sentences. As a retired BOP employee, this makes me sick, wrote one person on the Bureau of Prisons Staff and Retirees Facebook page. Since when are sex offenders allowed at the camp? Another wrote. I don't care who she snitched on. She's a damn human trafficker. NBC News reviewed screenshots of the page, which were provided by one of the group's members. The Facebook group is open only to those who pass an extensive vetting process to ensure they are, in fact, current or former BOP staffers, according to the member who has knowledge of how it is administered.
Speaking to reporters on Tuesday, President Trump said he was not aware that Maxwell had been moved to the Texas camp until after it occurred.
You're telling me this for the first time.
I didn't know about it at all, he said. No, I read about it just like you did. Trump then claimed that transfers like Maxwell's were common. It's not a very uncommon thing, he said. But Vito Maraviglia, a retired federal prison special investigative agent, said in an interview that in his 27 years on the job, he doesn't recall an instance in which a sex offender was moved to a prison camp. Placing Maxwell there meant it would be easier for her to escape or for someone on the outside to target her on the camp's grounds, Maraviglia said. The logic to me is not there, he added. It doesn't pass the smell test. Robert Hood, a former Bureau of Prisons chief of internal affairs, said in an email that Maxwell's transfer to the camp in Bryan is a travesty of justice. To relocate a sex offender serving 20 years to a country club setting is offensive to victims and others serving similar crimes, wrote Hood, who also served as warden at the ADX Florence Supermax prison in Colorado.
No, we do it all the time, actually.
It's not.
But I don't know anything about it. I read about it in the newspaper just like everyone else.
Well, I'm just hearing that, but also that happens all the time.
Yep.
Seems pretty normal.
Funny how that works.
Yeah. And I would know. I know about all the things that go on in prisons.
Mm-hmm. So basically, if you've got to spend the next 20 years in prison, this is the best place to do it. And short of a full pardon, it would probably be still a pretty worthwhile exchange for someone in Ghislaine Maxwell's position, if all she had to do was say, Donald Trump never diddled any kids around me. And that's apparently what she said during her all-day meetings with the Deputy Attorney General a few weeks back. Here's ABC News. During her 9 hours speaking with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche last month, Ghislaine Maxwell said nothing during the interview that would be harmful to President Donald Trump, telling Blanche that Trump had never done anything in her presence that would have caused concern, according to sources familiar with what Maxwell said. The Trump administration, meanwhile, is considering publicly releasing the transcripts from the interview. Multiple sources familiar with the internal discussions told ABC News. Maxwell's meetings with Blanche took place for 9 hours over 2 days. There's also an audio recording of the interview, the sources said, but it's not clear whether the administration plans to release the audio to accompany any public release of the transcript. The public release of the transcripts could come as soon as this week, the sources said.
This might work for diehard Trumpers begging for any reason to go back to unconditionally loving their favorite president. But for everyone else, it's clear as day that what Ghislaine Maxwell has to say about all this is less than worthless. Not only did she have a clear incentive to say what she said, she's also previously committed perjury by claiming she had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. Whether it's a full pardon or just this transfer to a much nicer detention facility, there's very clearly a quid pro quo happening here, which just serves to make Donald Trump look even more guilty. And he loves that term, quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah. They said I couldn't do it a second time.
They were like, they were going to have a big powwow at J.D. Vance's house Wednesday night. Yeah. All the top dogs were going to figure out how to make this go away. And then CNN reported on it, and J.D. Vance like, no, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? Who's Jeffrey Epstein?
Because the base level reporting on that is powerful members of the president's administration are convening on how to handle a cover-up of the most notorious sex trafficker of all time.
Yeah, a cabal of administration employees.
Covering up a child sex trafficker.
It's not going away. Like, I'm sorry. The cat's out of the bag.
Yeah.
This is, they're fucked. Even if they get everything they want out of Ghislaine Maxwell, like it's fucking worthless.
Yeah.
No one, it's not gonna do shit. It's extremely suspicious. Like, you have a country where everyone's lost their goddamn minds and sees conspiracy theories everywhere. And like, for the first time, they've got like a real bona fide, like actual conspiracy happening right out in the open.
Yeah. On a day-to-day basis happening. Yeah. So hard to look away. I just love how like irrelevant JD Vance is. He pops up like once a week trying to do some like attention grabbing stunt, and everyone, rightfully so, ignores it. And I'm sure that gets to him. Like, it was, a week or two ago where he put on the Trump 2028 hat and went on Blue Sky and was like, pretty funny, huh? But it's going to happen. And then everyone is just like, shut the fuck up, JD Vance.
He's like blocked by like the majority of users on the site.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like JD Vance's main thing now is going on trips with his family where he inconveniences everyone else.
Because he's trying to get a rise out of people. He keeps coming to California and everyone just keeps ignoring him and it bothers him.
Yeah, well. That's JD. That's please.
That's our vice president.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for the episode. We will, of course, be back with more very soon, but we're not gonna come back unless you like the video. You better hit the like button right now, or
smash it,
or I'm not even gonna look at you.
He's not even gonna look at you till he hit the like button. Do it.
Do it.
He's giving you the cold shoulder. All right.
Did they do it?
Well, some of them did.
All right.
Not all of them.
That's more like it. All right. Well, I guess we will come back for some more videos.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Also, leave a comment. I'm not going to turn around for that because I've already done it once, but maybe tomorrow I will. Leave a comment, talk about whatever you want down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click the join button if you want, and watch our videos that are popping up there now. If you're wondering what the hell's going on with arrest warrants for a bunch of Democrats, including Trump randomly being like, yeah, we're going to send the FBI after him, even though that you can't do that, but also dogs playing basketball, who knows? Check out that video for more info on that, and we'll be back soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.